What is good, y'all? I am back with another video, and today, as you can tell by this title, we about to get to smoking and a little story time. It's a little spicy, but we about to get into it. I'll see you in the next clip. Bye. Oh, we about to cheers this motherfucker up before we even get into it. Take a couple slow-mo in the dojo hits. It's hitting now. It's hitting now. Alright, so boom. Let's get into it. Well, first of all, this happened back when I was in my senior year of high school. Now in high school, middle school, high school, all that type of stuff, I was closeted as a bitch. I was one of those straight girls who just swore up and down that they were straight, but in all reality, just fucking with the bitches, right? Anyways, I get to high school, it's my senior year, and I'm like, look, I need some pussy. I need to see what that be like, right? So, hit up a girl on a basketball team, and we started getting nasty. We started getting busy. It was very low-key. Nobody else really knew about us except for us. I've always been a pretty flirtatious person, so I could still flirt with her while I was hooping and you know what I'm saying, and still flirt with everybody else, but still not make it suspicious type shit. But we started fucking, you know, and one day I went to her crib. Per usual, usually on the weekends or so, she would invite me over. We have a little sleepover, we have a little hangout, and that's that, right? This particular night, right? This particular night, her sister, she had a little sister, and usually we will start getting busy around what 1:12, maybe even earlier. As we started fucking a little bit more, we started just like getting to it, right? But this time her little sister was sick, so we were starting to do our thing, starting to get into it, and her little sister texted her and went by the room and was basically like I'm sick, I need like assistance, basically, right? So the girl, which we gonna call her, the girl I was fucking with, we gonna call her Kaylee, right? So Kaylee, she got up, went to go take care of her sister, right? So Kaylee is gone for like 3 hours. It's about to hit 3 a.m., right? And I'm sitting there in the room, and I'm like, fuck, like obviously, you know, I want to do a little something. Obviously, I want her sister to be okay, but I'm just like, fuck, you know? So her sister said, you know, Kaylee ended up finally coming back in the room. Now, whole entire time, for the whole 3 hours and some change, I am fighting my sleep. Mike Tyson fighting my sleep. Uppercut, dodge. Bro, I'm trying my best. Part of me wish I just fell the fuck asleep. If I would have just fell asleep and left it at that, this probably would have happened. But anyways, I was fighting my sleep, right? So she ends up coming back in the room, and we get straight to it, right? She get on top of me, you know, we kissing, we touching, we hugging, we loving. You dig what I'm saying? I get on top of her. I'm kissing and touching and rubbing and loving. And, you know, I proceed to trail my way down to giving some of that sloppy top. You dig what I'm saying? Some of that neck. You dig what I'm saying? So I ended up going down to her. And for us, at that time, y'all already know how lesbian sex go. We be losing track of time easy as fuck. We look up and we've been there for 5 hours. You dig what I'm saying? But you know, this particular night, it was like 3 a.m. We was going at it. And around 5 a.m., we hear, well, I didn't hear those steps coming. All we heard was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Or like, are you serious? It's either, like, he was just saying a whole bunch of shit. He busted in that bitch talking about some like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on type shit. I paused. Like, there's literally no way to finesse this shit. I feel like I'd be the master at finessing certain situations. Like, acting like I was not doing what the fuck I was just, I was like, fuck, like, but there was no way that it didn't look like we was doing what we was doing, right? So we're caught. I get up. I'm shaking. I'm about to start crying. I'm about to be on, because I'm like, bro, they're about to fucking rip my fucking head off. Should I run? Like, in my head, I'm thinking, bro, should I run? Should I da-da-da? Should I da-da-da? Like, I don't know what to do, right? Good thing I was driving at that time, too. I'm pretty sure I was driving at that time, too, right? But anyways, I was just kind of like laying there, and she's laying there too. I'm laying there. Her mom comes in, and I like start like crying. I'm not gonna lie, I start crying because I'm like, what the fuck is about to happen right now? And I already know like a little bit of her, like how her mom was even before. Her mom is kind of like a vocal person. She says whatever she feels and then some type of shit, right? So I'm like, bro, this is about to be some bullshit, right? So boom, she comes in and she's like, ladies, like, what's going on? And I don't know, she talks a little bit about it, and then she's just like, you know, we'll talk about this in the morning, right? So morning comes, nigga. Morning comes. And you know, I guess they're in there cooking breakfast and shit like that. You know, I get up, I wake up, you know what I'm saying? And they're in there cooking breakfast. And, you know, I walk my ass up in there and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. We about to have some type of conflicting conversation. And, you know, I personally am not used to having like these types of conversations. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not used to it. So I'm nerve-wracked. And if that's even how you're supposed to put that, but my nerves is racking, bitch. And her dad is sitting there cooking, like acting like everything is peachy keen, like nothing fucking happened, right? And he's like, oh yeah, Jayla, come on, like I just made some breakfast, like you know, come eat some breakfast, this is that. So, you know, I get up and I go make my plate and whatnot. I go make my plate. Sit my ass down. Her dad is just chatting it up with me. And he's like, yeah, like, you're gonna have to, like, he's like, I hope you like the breakfast or some shit like that. You're gonna have to, like, taste this, that next time you come over. And me and Kaylee looking at each other like, okay. Her mom is dead silent. Hasn't said a word, didn't say a word, nothing, right? And we ate, nothing was said. And then me and her went back to the room. And I'm looking at her like, he said, next time I come over. What? You know, so we talking about that, like, damn, that's crazy. Like, you know, because I guess Kaylee at some point had got caught with a boy, just kissing a boy, and like, I think she said both of her parents didn't talk to her for like 3 weeks. And that bitch, like, they was not fucking with it. But I guess because I was a girl, like, in my head, I'm like, maybe because I'm a girl, like, they don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we was chilling, but I'm still sitting over here like, okay, but they didn't say a word about it, so I'm still cautious. And she's acting like, oh, well, I guess all is well. And then she started like trying to kiss on me and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, like, hold up. The door's open. I'm like, but you a little too calm and cool. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, so I end up finna leave and shit. I'm still cautious, right? I could tell her mom's energy was off and different, right? I'm about to put this blunt out. Hold on. See, I'm barely hitting this bitch. I'm starting to hit this bitch my pulls are getting very timid. They're not pulling how they was pulling before. But anyways, I could tell her energy's different, right? So I hug her. I say bye to her dad, and I hug her mom and stuff like that. And everything seemed cool. Everything seemed fine. Everything seemed dandy. Kind of like nothing seemed off. But I still texted her mom and I was like, hey, like, I hope that I didn't offend you or anything like that. I really didn't mean to offend you. And she texted me back and she's like, Jalen, like, I know you're a sweet girl. You didn't mean any harm. I know, it's okay. Basically said that. So I'm like, everything's cool. Everything's fine. Everything's dandy. Right? The next day when we went to school, whatever like that, I asked Kaylee, is everything cool? Is everything fine? And she said, yeah, like nothing's happened. And then the next couple of days, nothing happened and everything was cool, everything was fine. And then out of nowhere, I don't know what happened, but her mom ended up like blowing up and was basically like, no. It just went downhill. It's like her mom out of nowhere was just fucked up about it and didn't care about it, made her whole entire family cut me off and not fuck with me and all of that. It was like everything was fine, then everything was completely not fine. And then she said her mom texted me, I texted her mom or some shit like that and said something like apologizing, I guess, again or something, and asked like if we could talk, if we could all get together and talk about it, this is that, I guess. No, I think she wanted to meet up and talk about it. It's one of those. I can't completely remember. It's either she wanted to or I wanted to. I can't completely remember. But all I know is that we ended up meeting at Buffalo Wild Wings one day after school, right? So we're sitting there and nothing is being really said. Like, we're just all having normal conversation. I'm expecting her to say something. I really feel like she wanted to meet up and she wanted us to meet up somewhere and talk, because I was expecting her to start like talking about it. Like, I was just like, okay, like nothing was said. We're looking at each other and I'm just kind of like, okay, are we gonna talk about it? And then we just never do. And then towards the end of the conversation, we left. And she was basically like, yeah, so y'all aren't a thing ever. And I'm just like, okay. But that's sometimes how the cookie crumbles. That shit had me fucked up though. That shit had me so fucked up, bro. That chain of events was just crazy for me. I'm just as confused as you are about I really just don't know the reason why she all of a sudden had a change of heart, change of mind about it. I don't know. That's basic. That's basically it. That's basically the story. So yeah, so that was about the time that I got caught giving some of that sloppy top, giving some of that That is the end of this video. I hope y'all rolled up. I hope y'all smoked with me. I hope you enjoyed that story time. And yeah, I'll see you in the next motherfucking video. Bye.